I am Professor Boopathy, presently working as an assistant professor in Business Administration Department, KSRCAS. So today I am going to talk about the topic for workplace and ethics. See, always ethics is always talk about what is right and what is wrong. So if you talk certain point of view, we can say right. Certain point of view we can say it's wrong. So this is a competition between always right and wrong. So here when we talk about ethics, there are different things are there. So integrity, moral, principles, honesty, right, fairness, responsibility, consciousness, choice, honor and values. So if in the case, for example, I am a more honesty person, I should be more straightforward, I don't want to compromise my own quality, so there is a problem starts. In case my opponent or my other people, if there is no honesty, there is always ethical practices starts. You can see the right. So always what for any occasions we should be go for the fair dealings for all aspects without any kind of opinions. For example, I just want to make it one example. In a family there is a two children are there. So both children are equal, maybe for 7th standard or 8th standard. So in case if you want to buy a chocolate or buying a dress, you have to give same kind of chocolate. Even if in case if you are giving little bit small chocolate or something, they immediately the children start to cry or make, why you are giving only for brother, why can't you give me? So it's kind of the partiality. So here ethical practices are involving. Then responsibility, yes, is almost my responsibility. I should perform my duty. There is no compromise for my duty. So responsibility. So here I should perform, because when I working in my organization, the organization is paying salary for me. I should do performance my own responsibility. So there is no compromise for the quality. In case if I not perform, ethical practices involves. Then the values are more important. So today what we practice, our generation will start practice. If we start practice good things, the good things will come. So as an example, I just want to make the person called as Jack Ma, the law of attraction. Law of attraction. If you attract blessings, you will attract by blessings. If you attract negative things, you will be attracted by negatives. Always attract positivity. So always practice good things. The practice makes a perfect. But today we used to people say practice makes perfect. I am saying perfect practice makes perfect. So all practices will not make it. Suppose you want to learn in a swimming, as or no, if you learn a swimming, whether you are going for swimming pool or it's a well, for at any cost you should be properly, you can balance your hand. In case if you do something it's wrongly, there is a chance to going for under the water. So this would happen. Then what is ethics? Again, most of the words they are taken from ethos. It's a Greek word. So here ethics is examines the rational justification of moral and judgments. Studies morally right and wrong, just or unjust, justifications. What is right, what is wrong. If I suppose for example, what's the time now? Now its time is 3:30. So I should be finish the class for 3:45 or like that is ethics. If I take more than 4 o'clock, so my student or my people will suffer. Maybe the people can't able to adjust. So we could talk anything. I can make it one example. The company called as General Electric. Have you heard about the company called as General Electric? Imagination at work. So this company is a highly ethical oriented company. I just make it one example. Wherever the companies operate the business, whether in number 1 or number 2 position. So they don't want to even hold the number 2 position. Even if you're working as a sweeper, they should be get salary on time. Even there is no compromise for giving 31st of its salary. So there is no compromise for the quality of work. I can say one more example. You people might be heard about Taj Hotel accident in Mumbai terrorist attack long back. So that time it's what happened, most of the employees are suffered, but in nearby shops like petty shops, tea walas, pan walas, there are many people are operated, they are also suffered. But what is the responsibility Tata company should take? And they as offered for benefits for those who are operated nearby shops also. It's called as social responsibility. It's called as ethics. Even if you Tata think why I should give to a nearby people, it's not my responsibility to give other people. So if you think, we have to think everything's right. If you think, because if you take the case of Reliance, no, there is no ethical values. Even if a business is going on, everything is fine. Yes, good. If not good, then they can shut down the business. They never bother about employees. They never bother about anything else. What are values and ethics? Ethics represent what most of us put practice through actions are every day. It's a kind of practice actually. Ethics is not kind of some kind of language or some kind of duties. It's practice. For example, as a professor, I'm working in this college. I need to come. I always need to come on the right time to college. 9 o'clock I should come. I should be go for every hour. I should plan accordingly. So even if I 1 minute go for late, it's called as late. Ethical practices involves. Okay. So we have to show our performance every day. In case it's my response, in case my students are not performing well, I should take the responsibility. So that is ethics. I should not say my students are not studied. I can never say, no. We should not say, because we should be the ethical. We should be accept the responsibility. When you are going to accept the responsibility, you are going to be a strongest person. You are going to be a honest person. You are going to be a leader. You are going to be a powerful person. The powers come from your place. Okay. So then where to strive the work, our fellow employees, our partners, our clients. So the practice, always what we practice, the people can see. If you are good, the people start be good. If you're not good, people also not be good. It simply say the law of attraction. Our values, what seems desired us, what is important as, what is esteemed as, achieved and reflected. So it's all about our values, what we are carrying the life. So for example, one day we are going to alive in the world, there is no doubt. But end of the day, what we are going to carry in the life is important. Still you are living in this world. I can take two examples for ethical persons. One is for Karmavira Kamarajar. Kamarajar, what he's done, whatever he's done, he never taken back anything at home. He has always worked in a company, working for a country, Tamil Nadu, and he served lot. But if you take other politicians, they are also served as a chief minister or different roles. But you just think about as a performance, yes or no? So ethical, you should be as a people you can make. Why ethical behavior is workplace is important? Why? So everything is important, because every day we are eating 3 times food. No, it's important for our health. So likewise, what practice is also important. What we practice, ethics in a workplace defined moral code of guides of behavior. It's a kind of action. Suppose in case if you behave, suppose in a school when you join, what the teacher used to ask whether you are studying or second or first, you have to behavior is very important. Your behavior is very important. In case if your behavior is not good, then everything is not good. Then employees with respect, right and wrong, to regard the conduct of decision making. So where we can get real decision making, in case if I get the right opportunity and right time, yes, everything is on correct, happens rightly. In case if I not get the right opportunity on the right time, yes, here ethical practices not here. Someone is my colleagues are getting or my ex people are getting. Why I am also performing this organization? Why I can't get? Here ethical practices involved. So we should not make it much complicated in ethical, but at the same time we should not be much force on it. We should be practicing as it is. So for example, it should be common for everywhere. Then ethical decision making in the workplace takes into the account of individual employees' best of interest. Yes, it's all about best individual interest. I can see one of my professor Dr. Ganeshan, he used to take for accountancy class. So when we learned studying MBA, he used to take a class for morning 8 o'clock until 8 o'clock. So still, even as a principal, he won't go for the principal duty. After completion of 2 hours alone, he can go for. So it's a kind of ethical practice. He never think about things. It's a kind of individual interest. It's not come from getting from outside shop or like someone will tell. We cannot learn it. It's all about individual practice. Individual practice means what we practice, what we think, what we want to become. It's all talk about ethical. Why ethical behavior is workplace is important? Stimulate positive employee behaviors. Suppose for example, if a student here is a student, as a faculty, our students are there, we should be treat equally to everyone without any different kind of opinion in terms of religion, in terms of etc. etc. We cannot say much. So once if you say the positive things, we say yes, boss is correct, my boss is correct, my people are correct. So they never do. People start to believe. Once if we start lie, in initial point of time they may lie, like believe, but after some time people start don't like to you. Then unethical behavior in the workplace can inspire the damage of the headlines. Headlines that lead to organization. Yes, once if we start a lot of unethical practice, each and everything, even one or two, actually we should not accept that case. If we start practical everything, then slowly is damaging. First they can spoil the small place, then the entire organization they become a unethical things. So this common when we are spoiling about common practices, the total organization chance to get fail. So that is the reason. So always be fair all your dealings, be fair all your actions. There is no discrimination, there is no any different kind of opinion between two other people. Suppose for example, as a professor I am teaching the students, in case as a class advisor I should to treat equally all my students without anything. If I have any difference, they can easily identify. Students are not good listeners but good observers. Then what organization encourage ethical behavior in workplace? There are 3 points are there. One is elegance, accessibility, correctness. Elegance. Say entire organization, all employees effectively diagnose the issues. So in case if there is any issues, we cannot go for a smooth road. As always there is a blocks, stones, things all be there. So when there is a problem, we should always think issue, why it's happened, what is the reason, what happened, how we need to eradicate a problem in future. Without thinking, without making, we should not make them conflicts inside the organization. We should not create the issues inside the environment, because we should always maintain the environment peacefully and nicely. So once if the environments are spoiled, we cannot make it. For example, suppose when we are taking the video, we should be maintaining the entire group. It should be silent unless we cannot able to perform. Then accessibility. So accessible to all the employees, feel freely, yes or no, feel freely, yes or no. We should not, we should follow the rules and regulation, but we should not tighten the controls. Okay, I know what is my responsibility. It's called as ethical. I know as a faculty I should come morning, I should take the class, I should prepare the notes, I should give all the things, etc., etc. This all my basic things I should know personally and intentionally. If not prepared, then will happen, I cannot assess. So it should be make all the employees accessible. Then well administrated include following complaints. Yes, the complaints are come, the top management should be taken serious. Even small issues or take it very cautious. For example, I just make a small boat, the boat is there, even the boat small hole is there. Even if a small hole, they can spoil entire boat. So even if whenever if we get small issues, we have to get immediate solution. 8 central characters of strong employee work ethics. What are the things? The first point, punctuality. What is the punctuality? Punctual is the time. 9 o'clock. Yes, 9 o'clock. There is no 9:01 or 8:59. So you should be always come on the right time. This punctuality, how we can get punctuality? We start practice. First I should practice, then my students start to practice. If I am not practice, you should follow. Who should follow? No one will practice. Then second, accountability. I am the responsibility for my own failures. But most of the time people used to say, if I get a success, yes, I was succeed. If a failure, yes, because of this guy I failed, because of my parents I failed. So don't blame the reasons for your failures. I am the responsibility. So I always used to say my student, if you are not coming to the college regularly, I am the responsibility because I am not good. That's why you have that problem. So we should take the responsibility. When you take the responsibility, you are become a leader, you are become a power. When you are escaping from the responsibility, you cannot be a leader, you cannot be such a good person, you cannot be good for yourself. First be good yourself, then good for others. Okay, then focus is important. What is the focus? So I just want to make one story. Dronacharya, there is and Arjuna and Duryodhana, there is 2 persons are there. What you can able to see the tree? Duryodhana told, yes, I can able to see the bird, I can able to see the pigeon. But Arjuna is told, I can able to see bird eye. I can see the difference, no? Seeing the whole bird, seeing the eye. The focus is important. So once if you miss the focus, you can't get it. Suppose for example, the initiative The initiative means again you need to take lot of initiative. Why always you should not be practice old practices. You have to go, suppose for example where we are living, what is our nature, where we need to go. We have to take lot of practices, lot of failures, lot of problems should faced. But most of the people, they don't want to take the problem. Why should I take risk? If I take risk, certain problems are come. Principal will say something, HOD will say something. Why you are bothering about? You just take initiative. You are doing good things only, no? Then why you are bothering? If you are practice some things are unethical practices, then always you should have the problem. But always when you have the good things, there is no need to issues. The productivity is happy employees make happy customers. If I'm happy, I take class nicely. Yes or no? If my customers are happy, they will come more customers to my shop. Always you just make them to happy environment. There is no happiness, there is no productivity. You just suppose if I come morning, why all students are not coming properly? If I start shout, the entire environment spoiled. I am spoiling myself. All the wholehearted are spoiling. So for at any cost, you should not stop the negative things. We have to make them creativity. For example, students should commit the mistake. Actually, as a student, if you not commit the mistake, is always a problem. For example, the child is burn. The child starts to cry. Am I right? In case if a child shall not cry, every doctor and parents are caught problem. Yes, child has some problem. So you should try. So students should commit the mistake, humans should commit the mistake, but we should not commit the mistake again and again. We should know why we are commit the mistake. We should solve. Okay. So this is the things will happen for productivity. The professionalism. So it's always about being an MBA guy. We are from the management department. We have the professionalism, way of dress code, the way you talk, the way you eat. Everything should be maintained. That set of codings. We should not make just like that. So for example, professionalism. They say is for example, how to speak, how to talk, everything is to be maintained. That professionalism, it's not come to a single day, it's come by practice. As well, no, first you need to be open heart, you should not be closed minded. If you want to maintain the professionalism, you should be open heart. Okay, you should not make it the kind of people are talking inside and outside. This will create a lot of issues. Dedication, yes, the most important for dedication. Yes, whether you want to succeed or failure, you need to dedicate your job. You love your job, you like your job. Yes or no? You love. Suppose Abdul Kalam, he always used to say, if you love your profession, no need to salute everyone. If you not love your profession, you have to salute everyone. Okay, always love your job but not love your organization. Okay, this I hope you can find the difference between love your job and love your profession, love your organization. Organization, any point of time they can stop that love, but your profession not stops love. Then decide to improve. Yes, every day we need to improve yourself every day. So for example, you don't think, yes, I know everything. This point you are downsizing. Every day you need to learn something. Today if I want to take the class, I just started the slide for morning, afternoon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I just finished everything. Yes, something we need to take. Already we have a lot of PPTs on all this thing there, but we should try something new now. So that things decide to learn. That is the only aspiration to move one level to next level. Benefits of using an ethics in workplace. What benefits? Why? The benefits is KSN, improved workplace culture. The culture is talking about good practices, good environment, happy students, happy customers, happy employees. Everything should be happy feel. Suppose for example, you just take morning 9 to 4, almost 9 to 5, half of the life, most of the lives we are spending for institution. Okay, it's a major part of the life. Here if you're not happy, then when you are going to be happy? Even if you are not happy yourself, when you are going to make happy yourself? So first happy yourself, then make to happy other self. So the positive will be there, then entire environment will be good. Then maintaining legal compliance, so you don't get any big issues, because this topic we are not going to talk about much, but legal compliance, you don't get many big issues inside the organization. Improved public reputation. Yes, the people will always talk good. Yes, that guy is good, that organization is good, that owner is good. Yes or no? The owner is good. So people always repute. So that thing we talk about, even your things are go out, your reputation will not go out. So it's kind of ethical. Yes or no? Sometimes the people can say, IAS officer Saghayam. Yes or no? He is a highly ethical person. He won't compromise for any politician, for even as a chief minister. If something is wanted, they immediately can act. So he won't wait for the right time or right place or right moment and all. So that is a person is required customer engagement and loyalty. So happy customers also feel happy. So for example, if you are doing wonderful service for your hotel or restaurant, yes, food is everything is good. Even if you operate small hotel, the people visit your shop. That's called as customer loyalty. Then last point, streamlined decision making process. So after a lot of practices, lot of problems, we used to get what this decision making, what we should do, what we should not do. So this all we talk about ethical practices. So in even if we talk lot of points we can discuss, but this is basic things we just go on small introduction and about what to do, what not to do, we just discussed. Thank you. I hope you nicely enjoyed this session. We'll see the next class, another one more new topic. Thank you one and all.